Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's Gibson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Longhorns offense will have the football first. And David, this offense is built around keeping it on the ground and feeding the beast at running back.
Yeah, and he is a grown ace man. That dude, it starts and ends with him. Jesse, how nice is it to have a running back that you can turn, hand the ball to? He's going to get positive chunks. Defenses fear him. That's a really nice place to start on offense.
And it doesn't matter how many guys they have in the box, right? Every single week, defense is key on stopping this guy, and none of them can do it. He is so dynamic, a true game changer for this offense.
He leaves it with his back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Longhorns really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Going for the marker on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Evans. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Mississippi State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Rides the back and leaves it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Manning. Going for it all. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited, forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got his man downfield. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Bulldogs in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. This time they'll go to the running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Power football with the run. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the hot hand. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
With the catch, it's Jackson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Scanning the field, it's Coleman Hope. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. To the air on first down. Good timing on the quick out. At the 45 on his way. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. It's complete on the right side. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Gives it on the option. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds a man on the left. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run.
Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. This time he'll be stopped behind the line and he'll pretty much give back what they just gained. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Gibson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Here's the pressure.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. The sure hands, it's Wingo. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting a first down. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
That's caught. It's Lockett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Just keep slinging it. Looking for a huge play. And he's got it inside the 35. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Right on the money. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that control.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Winston. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
To the air, it's Croman Hope. Looking to scramble. Took care of it himself. Turning it on. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man. Really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass. But then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy, so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away to find some room.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, that was a huge touchdown for the offense there, just to try to get some mojo going here at halftime. It'd have been tough sledding here in the first half. Only a field goal before they finally got into the end zone. So obviously, still a lot of work to do. You're still trailing on the scoreboard. That's going to do a lot for their confidence, I think. before heading into the second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Texas offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Dropping back, it's Manning. Rushes on him. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He lets it fly. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the 3rd quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you can tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Manning. Hauls it in. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
But how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
It's complete. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
A huge pickup, knocked out of bounds at the 30, but they are in business.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Trying play action. Takes a hit as he fires. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Makes the catch. It's Milner. He will not get to the first down marker, and now that leaves them with 4th down and a big decision. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. Throwing right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That pulls them to within 15. 28-13 the score.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Slips through the line. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line, and that was almost much bigger. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault. He'll take the deep shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. And that time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away? You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Longhorns are on the move. Touch pass on the run. Runs through a tackle.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The Longhorns will try to pick it up on 4th down. They'll run for it. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action on 1st down. A strike downfield. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Mississippi State right back to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. Only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Reese. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, It's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Pressure coming. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just dribbled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. Looking down the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Here we go. They'll run it on first and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. On to attempt the try. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it out. It's Evans. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Shoots it to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over, right?
Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the ball.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Evans. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Croman home. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Complete in the middle. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 40. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. One more play to pad the stats. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass is incomplete. Looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing